Talk everything Nigerian football before going European football. Still Lagos traffic radio 96.1. Traffic update very quickly. Let's let you know that the earlier reported accident on Costain Bridge in Ward Costain roundabout. Yes, the vehicles are off the road and the things are beginning to return to normal in that axis. That is according to what we have from the control room. Let's see what we have here from our last mile report. This is from Ojodu Zone 26. Very quickly, men of Lagos State Police Public Works are presently doing some palliative on the bad portion of the road on Ogunusi Road by Oremeta in what VIS. Men are on ground managing the situation. So if you're around the axis in Ojodu, please let's be patient. I'm sure soonest they should be through with the road rehabilitation. And yes, that part of the road should also return to smooth ride. Still Lagos traffic radio 96.1. When I return from this break, we start with everything Formula 1 from the streets of Lagos to all that is happening in relation to Azerbaijan in Baku. And yes, a bit of what we've seen so far as far as the other Grand Prix is concerned to the last 6 races of the season.
Record of life. Everybody get their own lane. I beg, maintain your own lane. And if you must use the next lane, make you trafficate well. Make we for no get big game for the road. My name now is Song, aka Mr. Songs, and the Kingmaker be this. Record cause I gotta pay bills. Record cause I wanna live big.
Red Bull head of race strategy, Will Courtney has decided to leave the team after 14 years in the role and join McLaren as sporting director. The move, by the way, makes Courtney the third member of the Red Bull senior management to leave the team in the last 5 months, and is the latest development in the ongoing restructure of McLaren. Again, Red Bull are also showing that maybe the rise we've seen of them in the last 3-4 years can maybe coming to an end after what happened with some of their key members leaving. Now, he's the third member of the team leaving Red Bull to join direct rivals. I mean, this is a guy that's been there, or a man that has been there for 14 years, and it's been the head of racing strategy in Red Bull, and now he's joining McLaren. McLaren have been so impressive this season, particularly with London Norris giving the likes of Max Verstappen the run for his money. One would have thought that the best way to go about it for Red Bull is to first retain the key men in their team, and then see how they can build or block the loopholes going forward. However, the big boys, the big men, the invincibles that have made them so thick are beginning to leave, thereby making them prone to downfall. Who knows? Let's hope that probably those they are bringing in replacement will be better than them. And it's not the only one, by the way. Like I said, is the third member of the team to be leaving in the last 5 months. Yes, we also have Andre Niwe also leaving as well, not forgetting the sporting director of the team in Jonathan Whiteley leaving Red Bull. Red Bull seems to be going through a lot of reshuffling at this point in time. But is this enough for them to lose their title? I don't think so. I also feel like the title will go down the wire. London Norris will give Max Verstappen a run for his money, and Max Verstappen now needs to wake up. With all that has happened, I mean, with Chris Horner, the team principal, who is being accused of harassment, the big boys since then are beginning to take the back step and leaving the team. And there's not been any major announcement on the part of Red Bull in terms of replacement for the big boys who are leaving. Who knows who is going to be leaving next? Will it be Max Verstappen, the number 1 driver in the team? Because as he speaks, Daniel Ricciardo is not going to be racing for the rest of the season. Daniel Ricciardo has been replaced at Red Bull by Liam Lawson for the remainder of the 2024 season. The 34-year-old Australian has been dropped with 6 races to go because Red Bull management have been unconvinced by his performances. Giving Lawson the seat allows him to be assessed over the remaining races before Red Bull finalize their plans for 2025. Another reshuffling in Red Bull again. So it's not just about the management now, even down to the gladiators on track. What's the name now? Daniel Ricciardo, who is the most experienced driver in the team, is taking the back seat because he's been unconvinced all season long. And his replacement happens to be a young driver in Liam Lawson. And what this means is that he's not going to be racing for the rest of the season. Talking about Daniel Ricciardo, but it tests. For Daniel Lawson, which I don't think is the right way to go. If at all you want to replace someone like Daniel Ricciardo, you should not be testing at this time of the season. You deserve to test. You have the right to test your new drivers, but not at a time where you are going to be playing catch up in the Constructors' Championship to McLaren, and even the Drivers' Championship is not even yours now because it's just I think 56 points or thereabouts, 46 points between what's the name now, Max Verstappen and then Norris. So you practically need all your guys to stay in. If you are going to have any other addition, it should be an advanced one in comparison to what you used to have. This is not the case with my Red Bull. They are letting go of their most experienced driver for in quotes an inexperienced driver to come in and support Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen really needs all the support now. Maybe now the rivalry of 1 and 2 will obviously be over because some persons felt Daniel Ricciardo is more experienced, so he should always have the priority compared to Max Verstappen because he's younger. But Max Verstappen has won the last 3 races or 3 championship and is going for the 4th. The 4th is now looking like a tall mountain to climb, which I think is surmountable. Just that Red Bull needs to put their house in order. Another break beckons when I return. We talk everything tennis. Yes, a lot is beginning to happen. We've seen the likes of what's the name now? Emma Raducanu out injured. We've also seen now Naomi Osaka announcing the former trainer of Serena Williams to work with her ahead of the U.S. Open, and together they've won an outing at the Japan Open, announcing at the Japan Open. Is this the beginning of the turning point for a mother of one who, since giving birth to one, has struggled to get into a stride? Or you think all not the same?
Record of life. Everybody get their own lane. I beg, maintain your own lane. And if you must use the next lane, make you trafficate well. Make we for no get big game for the road. My name now is Song, aka Mr. Songs, and the Kingmaker be this. Record cause I gotta pay bills. Record cause I wanna live.
Naomi Osaka says she's in a stage in her life where she does not want to have any regrets after hiring Patrick Machoglu as a new coach. The 26-year-old, by the way, split with Winfrey, who won 2 of her 4 major Grand Slam titles with her earlier in September. And Osaka is saying that she was initially hesitant about working with Muratoglu. Well, I personally think that she needs some sort of change in guard. But hey, going for Patrick Muratoglu is a very good way to go. An experienced manager is worse with, for Serena, like for Weber, with Serena, they won quite a number of Grand Slam titles together. And even when Serena was not winning winning the Grand Slam after she had her daughter, we could still see, all of the Serena we want to see. She was getting into finals. She got to about 4 finals, one of which she also lost to this same Naomi Osaka as well, even after giving birth. But for Osaka on her own part, she's not even getting into the semi-final of a major competition. I think the highest she's been is the quarterfinal, and since then it's been a downward trend. She complained of her body and not being in her body, which is understandable for someone who just she just had a daughter. And Dr. Shai, if I'm not mistaken, against his dead. The baby, the postpartum issue and all of that as well, we always come forward, and then we understand as well the body mass will be a bit different from what she used to be. Even though the soul is willing, I think the body at this point in time is what she's struggling with. And someone like Muratoglu, we give her the psychological boost. She is always wanted, and then maybe that will help her win the physical battle. Another break back on when I return. We talk everything Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner, who seems to have not seen the end of the anti-doping crisis, as rather are raising airs in relation to what was done to cover up or probably to let him go after taking a banned substance.
Record of life. Everybody get their own lane. I beg, maintain your own lane. And if you must use the next lane, make you trafficate well. Make we for no get big gay for the road. My name now is Song, aka Mr. Songs, and the king maker be this. Record cause I gotta pay bills. Record cause I wanna live big.
After doing a Kipchoge over a long distance, Dare Johnson finally makes it into the studio for the show. And I would like to know the distance he covered. I'm sure this is not 1,500 distance. This is not 2,500 distance. And it's not a sprint, so obviously. Dare, how far are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to be back. Actually, be back in time for the show ends.
I was thinking I would have a solo show, but then again, it's good to see you around. Let's jump in.
You can't get rid of me just like that.
Thanks for the compliment. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of things. At the moment, we are saying something different. Now, I'm sure we all know the story of Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner, at some point said he took a bad substance, but that was not his fault. He said that was due to I think his trainer giving him that, and he's not aware of it, so he took it. And when the exam was conducted and he was examined and all of that, the World Anti-Doping Agency, or probably the Anti-Doping Agency in tennis, are saying, okay, so we didn't find you guilty of all of this, so you can go. Hence the reason why it wasn't banned. At that point, other players are beginning to protest and saying maybe there's a bit of preference. They are saying maybe they are a bit biased in their decision because they let go of Yannick Sinner, who they feel should be the next face of tennis. And we all know he won 2 Grand Slam at the end of the day this year. And now, World Anti-Doping Agency are saying, look, you guys have done yours. Now let's look into this. It's not free. We need to verify all that has happened. And do you think Yannick Sinner at the end of the day will scale through this, or we have another Maria Sharapova crisis on our hand?
Well, I think another test needs to be done. If it was initially granted, no offense, and there has not been anything regarding to that. I think by now, if they have to look into it again, talking about WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, then they need to carry out another test. But why then do they still need to carry out another test if Sinner had been, acquitted? Yes, he had been acquitted of any wrongdoing. He has also let go of his physio and his other, team doctor. I think he only speaks about what he actually claims, that he did not take this in intentionally. He was lured or tricked into taking it, because that's how you can put it. If you didn't know that he was taking it, that means he was tricked into taking it. Because what you don't know cannot kill you. I mean, in that sense. So there's no need for any looking into it.
The World Anti-Doping Agency have appealed against the decision to clear world number one Yannick Sinner of blame about twice tested positive for banned substance. WADA said last month the rulings by an independent tribunal to find the Italian had no fault or negligence was not correct under the applicable rules. It has been appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, Dari. So this is going beyond the test. It's now been taken to the Court of Arbitration for Sport and says Sinner should be banned for between 1 to 2 years. Sinner, by the way, was on court against Roman Sofielin in the last 16 of the China Open in Beijing. When WADA's appeal was announced, he beat the Russian 36, 6-2, 6-3 to progress into the quarterfinals. That let me just play the devil's advocate in this case. Let's assume he was banned. 2 years out for someone of his age, 20 years of age, if I'm not mistaken, or 23 years of age, and now he's out for 2 years. What could become the fate? What could become of Yannick Sinner in 2 years of absence without tennis?
First of all, I would say this is not looking good.
Sure.
We've seen in the past where athletes have been cleared initially, and another investigation was launched into such athletes. And if it doesn't come out in his favor, he's gonna have to relinquish some titles.
Yes.
Because the time frame, the time in between, the time that he initially was cleared and this one that they are launching another investigation into it, means that some of those trophies, in fact, all of the trophies, you would have to. They are questionable, so to say. And as I said, it's not looking good. And we have seen the number of times that some players in the past have had to go through this. Not all of them came out, in a good way. I mean, we've had track and field athletes, we've had on-court athletes, we've had even players also, football players, contact sports that have had to go through this. And if they do not come out, of course, those ones didn't come out, positive, positive in their favor. It means that some of their dreams will be shattered. A lot of controversy here and there, talking about sponsorship, brands dropping them, or reduction of recognition in these sports, and that means that maybe there is a witch hunt.
I mean, there is a lot to be careful as an athlete.
I'm underlining the word witch hunt.
Yes. I don't think that's the case. He's an European. He's an Italian.
If he had been cleared.
Okay. And by the way, Sinner's defense said he was inadvertently contaminated by the banned substance by his physiotherapist, Gianco Monaldi. Gianco Monaldi is an Italian, by the way, so then the brothers. Another big break comes when I return. We talk everything Nigerian football, a lot to look at this weekend. But most importantly, we look into the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the Super Falcons, and then the Nigerian Premier Football League.
Record of life. Everybody get their own lane. I beg, maintain your own lane. And if you must use the next lane, make you trafficate well. Make me for no get big game for the road. My name now is Song, aka Mr. Songs, and the Kingmaker be this.
Record cause I gotta pay bills. Record cause I wanna live big.
Lagos traffic in 96.1 traffic update very quickly before we continue with the rest of the show. Let's let you know that K2 inward the Jota is looking very smooth for now, and the return journey is a bit slow approaching K2 bus stop. That is due to the commercial buses dropping and picking passengers on that part of the road. Going forward is good to go as well. That means approaching mile 12 proper. Let's also let you know that Allen Junction is very free at the moment. Traffic lights working perfectly, and the number of vehicles on the road are still on the low side. Let's also let you know that contrary to the earlier reported weather situation in some parts of Lagos, a bit misty in some parts of Lagos earlier, now everywhere is bright and at the same time sunny. Yes, so that is the weather report if we have to do that. Lagos-Ibadan Express Road also looking very smooth for now. That is the Tinubu Way axis. Let's also let you know that Kudirat Abiola Way to and fro is also very looking good for now. Latif Jakon Way by Remco Road also looking very good. Still Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1. A quick update from Ojodu Beja from Lasma Monitors. They are saying the men of Lagos State Public Works are presently doing some palliative on the bad road on Ogunusi Road by Remeta Inward VIS. Men on ground, by the way, managing the situation. So that is for the Ojodu Beja axis of Ogunusi Road Inward Remeta. Yes, still Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1. Spot Trip is the show. Dare Johnson is here, and I'm Olujimi Dare-Ogun. The Nigerian Football Federation 2 days ago announced the appointment of Austin Eguavoen as the interim manager of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And it's not just the only one. Makudu as well was announced as the interim coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The Super Falcons have little or nothing to worry about. Their biggest campaign or their biggest game is coming up next year in Morocco, where they will be playing at the African Women's World Cup. So Nations Cup rather. Let's hope this time around they will be able to win it and bring home the 10th title. But then again, let's start with the Super Eagles. Dare Johnson, Austin Eguavoen, interim coach, has been there like forever. This is like the sixth time rather. He will be coming in as the interim manager. Last time was the fifth time when he coached us against Benin Republic and Rwanda. Now for the two legs against Libya. Is Austin Eguavoen again? Do you have your reservation, or you think if it's not broken, don't fix it? Is what the Nigerian Football Federation are trying to do?
Well, first off, we've seen the first part this year. I mean, in recent times, how he's led the Super Eagles to the two qualifying matches that Super Eagles played recently. I mean, we didn't lose any of the two games. Played 1-1 and played a draw in the other one. I can only hope that with the amount of time he has in his hands to prepare the team, select players, work with his tactics. I mean, look at the scenarios, consider approaches. Maybe we'll have all the matches wins. At the end of the day, we get wins, from all the matches, and we'll be getting to the positions that will be saying, yes, we really are in the driving seat to qualify to the Nations Cup and World Cup proper as it is. So far, I do not have any choice apart from, I just have to go with the flow with the NFF and the Eguavoen appointment. And as a matter of fact, the fact that Eguavoen has experience with the Super Eagles.
Mm-hmm. As a player, as a coach?
As a coach.
Okay.
No, he's led Super Eagles a number of times. Yes, he hasn't won any major trophy with the Super Eagles, but he's led Super Eagles a number of times through qualifiers and, of course, even
major tournaments.
Yes, major tournaments. And I think that by now he should have known how to approach the game proper and also deal with the players better than before, because his mistakes then should not be repeated this time around. He should have outgrown the mistakes and, of course, get some new approaches.
Let's talk Nigerian Premier Football League. You just tell me who is likely going to take this game. Ikorodu City against Nasarawa United.
I hope that Ikorodu get their first win of the season.
Economic Warriors against Plateau United.
Economic warriors, and distractions. Economic are at home, right?
Yes, they are home. They are
And
playing Plateau United.
You know the
It's a
issue
Northern
with
derby.
Borno, but
Yeah.
So I think practically they have been distracted in recent times, and the sooner the NFF can find a permanent solution to their stadium home matches, so that they can have not always going here and there for matches. So this weekend I'm not counting on anything from them, but maybe they'll be hungry enough to at least put some smiles on the fans.
We saw 4 away wins last season, last week rather, and I won't be surprised if Plateau United get an away win this weekend against El Canary Warriors. Let's talk about Aqua United against Sunshine Stars. They are a bit distracted due to the demise of the First Lady of the state. Do you think Aqua United will be strong enough psychologically to play this game against Sunshine Stars?
Aqua United, Sunshine Stars, well, maybe if they win the game as a tribute to...
Yeah. So let's talk Rivers United. One of the biggest games this weekend, Rivers United against Eyimba. Call it.
Rivers United, Eyimba. As much as
Baba, just call it. No, they give us this thing. Call it.
I'm saying there might be a swing.
Okay.
So
people of Eyimba?
Yes. Eyimba, well, this is a former Oga.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see a team playing their former coach, maybe let's just prove to him that we are a better team now.
Yeah, like you made a mistake leaving us.
Yeah, we never.
Remo Stars against Enugu Rangers.
Remo Stars and Enugu Rangers. As much as everybody is saying that's the biggest game of the weekend, I just want to sit on the fence.
Okay, thank you very much for sitting on the bench, because if you have called the team I'm not supporting, I would have fought you. Thank God you didn't do it. So let's just talk about the games you're having today very quickly. Dare, you also have to call this one because time is against us. Borussia Mönchengladbach against Union Berlin.
Mönchengladbach against Union Berlin, both teams to score.
Thank you. RB Leipzig against Augsburg.
Leipzig against Augsburg. Leipzig disappointed
30
last
seconds
time.
on this one. So what do you think will win?
Both teams to score.
Okay. 30 seconds on this one. Bayern Munich against Bayern Leverkusen.
Both teams to score, but I'm counting on Bayern to win.
I'm counting on
Leverkusen.
Boniface to get a brace in this one.
Yeah, whatever.
Boniface, whatever to you too. And let's also talk about Udinese against Inter Milan later today. Yesterday, AC Milan defeated Lecce by 3-0. Inter Milan should follow stead.
Yeah,
that is a yes. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. I know where this is headed. Juventus against Genoa. Juventus away from home.
Juve to win.
No, Genoa to win. Bologna against Atalanta. Bologna against Atalanta.
Atalanta should come back.
Yeah, they should. They should come back from home defeat. I think I agree. Napoli against Monza.
Napoli, Monza.
Yeah.
I want Monza, and I want Maldini's son
to score. I think
Daniel Maldini.
Games like this are where Lukaku take his numbers. Lukaku will score and Napoli will win.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, let's talk the Spanish La Liga very quickly. Dare, time is against us. Biggest game of the weekend in the Spanish La Liga is the Madrid derby between Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid to get this one,
even without Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, it's going back to their comfortable formation and tactics from last season. How many games this season that Mbappe has played for the White Wizards? So it's not that much. So that means it'll be easy for them to transition back to their former.
I think the White Wizards will be humble. They are 17 points second on the log. Atletico Madrid have not been consistent.
White Wizards will win. Alaye, leave that one.
Conor Gallagher all the way. Gallagher. You can do it. Gallagher. You can do it. So let's talk Barcelona or Osasuna. Barcelona away from home in this one.
Consider their impressive 100% start to the season.
In the English Premier League, Dare looks like we just take the big games. Wolves against Liverpool. Come on, Wolves. They can do it at the Molyneux.
It's tricky, but Liverpool to win.
It's tricky, and the Molyneux boys will win. Let's go Nottingham Forest against Fulham.
Fulham to win, actually.
Okay. I will agree with that.
Scoring really well.
Nottingham Forest
team is compact.
I understand. I mean, Nottingham Forest defeated you guys at Stamford
at
Anfield.
It's the ability.
So I understand why you will not choose
Fulham.
You know my guy. I understand. Let's talk about Arsenal against Leicester City.
Arsenal will win Leicester.
Leicester City have been unbeaten all season long, although they've been playing draw.
Doesn't matter. Arsenal will beat them hands down, brother.
Arsenal will win with Freddie. They will get a brace in this one. Let's talk about Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur, the biggest game of the weekend.
Tottenham win.
I think Manchester United will win, and then Erik ten Hag will prolong their doom days. Thank you very much for being a part.
If he loses this weekend, he'll still not get the sack.
I have a feeling that when they are going to sack ten Hag will be when he's having a good run, and then they will just realize that, wait, is this man still our manager?
Where is he on the table? He's still far, but he's using win-win to.
They are 11th on the log, my brother. They're 11th.
They realize that he's winning to cover his flaws, but he's not moving up the ladder on the table.
On the table. The best job to have right now is Manchester United job. And if I have to apply for a coach, I think I will apply for Manchester United.
What will you do that Ten Hag cannot do?
I will disappoint them more than Ten Hag.
You are
Thank you very much, Dare, for coming through and for doing all of the Fast and Furious. Thank you to our esteemed listeners right there. Let's do this again by 6:30 to 7 p.m. on Sport Lane and on every weekdays 8 o'clock to 8:10 where we give you the news update in the world of sports. You can as well listen to us tomorrow on Sport Lounge by 6:30 to 7 o'clock. I'm Olujimi Dare-Ogun, PM here. Saying stay sporty, stay healthy.